because I don't have a kickstand. Now I do. It's called a crate. Anyway, what's going on today, guys? Welcome back to DC Unplugged, and today I thought we'd start working on the Wattster a bit, just to, you know, pretty up a little bit. Obviously I'm going to need new bars and whatnot, but that is not the reason why we're here. I thought while we're waiting and I'm saving up to get the motor and stuff like that, I thought I'd just try and, I don't know, jazz it up a bit. Feeling a bit tired. The wheels down here are more of a matte black than they are a gloss black. It's not really my thing. I prefer to have like a nice, I don't know, pretty much nice everything really. Just change them up, maybe just paint them black today. We're going to paint the fairings up as well as we have a new seat. So, because I brought this online, it was really cheap. The guy obviously did Supermoto beforehand. I'm pretty much going to be doing the same. This is my first ever motorbike. So there'll be some times with a lot of things I probably won't know what to do. And I'll be kind of stuffing around and finding out myself. I've always wanted a motorbike as a kid. And to kind of play around with my mates, but I just never had one. Was never able to have one, just simply because one, A, where we lived, and two, if I took it to my nan's property, she had kangaroos and stuff, and they just didn't want them around because they just made too much noise, which is fair. So never really had a chance. Now I'm obviously older, always wanted to have a motorbike, so we are electric converting this. So the actual kit that I want to buy is quite expensive. It's going to take me a little bit to get obviously the funds up for it because it is expensive build. However, that isn't going to stop us today from just making this a bit more, you know, clean, doing some paint work, and we've got a whole box of parts just sitting behind the camera there that we're just going to kind of sift through that came with the bike. Haven't done anything to it. I pretty much just checked over it, did tire pressures just recently, and that's pretty much it. So, being that this is my first dirt bike, obviously I don't know too much about it. I have a fair understanding, I'm not completely unknowledgeable, but we do have hydraulic brakes both front and back. The rear is activated by like a lever near your foot. I do believe it's missing off it at the moment, but the reservoir is still there. I do believe I have it in there. I just don't know what parts we have. So, as for the seat's got a slight tear there, but we're going to see what that new seat looks like because I've actually never unwrapped it. It's got the original purchaser's address on it, so I won't be showing that. I do need a new one of these. It has been split, which is a bit of a shame because I was going to paint it. But I think we might leave the back tail part and I might try and source a new one. But we are going to be painting this blue to go along with the forks because I can't change the color of the forks because the anodizing is actually really nice. Yeah, so let's get into it. Let's find out what's in the box. Okay, so there we go. First box says pit bike plastics on the top of it, and that's pretty much exactly what's in there. So it's got a box of plastics, all the fairings, the side pieces, and stuff like that. We're pretty much going to be painting over it in a metallic blue. Yes, I know I'm going to get it scraped, but I just like making things nice and pretty. Probably not going to run that front one. So just don't want to. Got some ideas for that, but I'll show you that later. What's this one? I think this one goes this side. This one. Okay. Now we're getting places. All right, cool. There we go. Yep, cool. So we've got one piece. Now, from what I know, these actually go backwards. So that's the other side. Hey, there we go. Cool. Sweet. All right, mad. Coolies. So we've got some sort of body. Oh. Hi. That's my bird, Zeta. She's come in here. She's usually a bit noisy in the background. You probably heard her a couple times. But yeah, she's a darling. She just wants to stick with me all the time. So, but yeah, cool. That's what it's going to look like. So that's exciting. We have, oh yeah, we've got some new axles with I think there's little pegs, I believe. So new axles and stuff like that, so that looks good. And a new seat. So, never opened this before. Have a look. Hey, that's nice. Cool. At least we know how to unbolt it now too. Foot piece in there somewhere. Ah, there it is. That would be for the brake on the other side. I'd have to suss out how and where that goes. Alright. Well, got the brake foot thing out. At least that's blue, which is cool. So everything's blue on it, that's great. Which is cool to know. It means I can go along with the theme. Blue's actually my favorite color anyway, so this will come along quite nicely. So yeah, sweet. All right, cool. So found a brake. I just need to put a pin in it, but I'm not too sure if the rear brake actually works. Oh, it does, but it looks like the bracket is really loose. That caliper's moving around. Let's do something. Let's make this look all better. So let's start by taking that rear fender off, see if we can fix that, replace that seat, maybe do something with those plastics. All right, let's go. All right, this is a guess. This is a guess. I've just randomly walked over to the toolbox and grabbed an Allen key, see if I get it right the first time. Oh, yes! Sweet. Cool.
I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed.
Sweet. It's literally the exact same. Ah, that's why he pulled it off. That's what that little bracket is. He broke the seat off. All right, cool. We know what that bracket is now. Here it is. So that bracket is actually meant for this seat here. So they must have broken the old one off. Let's crack up. All right, sweet. Hence the reason for the new seat. That makes sense. Cool. I feel like I'm the only car enthusiast that's never had a motorbike before. It's so embarrassing, but yet I'm kind of excited it's happened now because now I can do whatever I like to it. Okay, so we pulled that plastic guard off. It is pretty messed up, guys. Its days are numbered. So I think we're gonna have to order a new one off of those, probably off eBay. I'll see what I can find. We'll replace this rear mud guard. But for now, new seats on. That's been all bolted on there. It's really, really nice. Nice and soft. But yeah, hopefully when we get the new one, that'll finish off the back end a little bit more. If it really comes down to it, I might even try molding and making my own and trying to make this kind of look like a cool little sports bike. I know that sounds really bad to a lot of people, but I do want to try and make a couple of cool little molds for this and make something completely different. So I'll probably order a new one of these in just so I get all the mounting brackets and everything correct for a mold, and I'll start reshaping a mold for it so we can make this look really, really cool. But for the time being, that's on there, that's off. We've got plastics down there that we need to sand up. I don't think I have all the mounting hardware, but we'll get to that when we get to it. What else do we need? Oh yeah, we should probably wash it because these wheels are terrible. So let's get to that and we'll do a bit of a little wipe down of it so that way we can clean it up and make it have a little bit better looking. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, so after a bit of a clean, wheels did come up okay. They're all right. Probably not gonna show too well on the camera. Ugh, just realized my hands are gross. Anyway, didn't really do the suspension too much. I'll probably worry about that later. Just the top part, or this part here. So this came up actually pretty all right considering its age and has been sitting for a bit. Front wheel looks good too. So that all cleaned up. Got PMTs on there as well, which are good tires. I've had these on my Lightning V2. If you've been on the channel for a while, these PMTs are really good tires, especially on e-scooters. Yes, all looking very good. Let's get to the plastics and do some stuff with those. So for our colour, we have gone, again, typical me, something special. So what I've got here is what they call BMW B51 Saint Marino Blue. This is a really nice blue pearl metallic. So those are finished drying up on the primer side of things. So let's throw down some colour. Visions of you. Alrighty, so we have got that colour on there. There is no clear on this, is just solid colour for now. Hence the reason why it's a little, not really that shiny. It might look like it on the camera, but trust me, it's not that shiny in person. But you can start to see that beautiful pearl colour coming through the paint without any clear on it. So really looking forward to this. This is going to look amazing, but we are going to have to let this dry for a little while because I did, as you would have seen, went pretty heavy. So this should come up beautiful, which is going to look really good against Wattster. So nice, but let's get that clear on there. I'm intoxicated, I'm a waste, hoping that we drown in sorrow. That is looking killer. Oh, that blue, man. Ah, oh, so nice. I'm also a red fan. I'm a fan of any pearls, and this is just beautiful. So, that is so close. Yeah, wow. Anyway. Okay, so I have just finished the second coat. I don't think I'm gonna get any more on the clear. It is for a school dirt bike at the end of the day, but it does look amazing. I always like making my stuff appealing, as you guys know. But yeah, very, very cool. I'm definitely gonna have to get that new tail piece for it. But that looks amazing. Color come out stunning. I'm very happy with that color. It is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Huh? That looks cool. That color is so nice. It's still drying, so I'm not going to touch it too much. I've just kind of grabbed it from underneath and put a couple of screws in just to hold it in place, just so we can get a bit of visualization of what's going on here. But I need to replace that really badly, but obviously I'm not going to spray paint something that's damaged. But these little fairings and stuff like that, the new seat, got the new seat on there, new fairings, or painted fairings, new painted fairings. Might have to change that fuel cap. We are going to modify this to have like a voltage readout in it instead of actually a fuel tank. So obviously it's going to be electric now. So, but yeah, put a little readout there. But that is looking so good. What do you reckon, guys? I love it. I love it. We've got the other parts sitting over there just drying at the minute. But this looks so nice. I'm super stoked at how that came up. But yeah, so close to that color. It is a little bit darker, but I'm all right with that. I am okay with that, because all this part here, including this fairing part, is going to be this new blue. So I think that'll look really, really nice. We'll have the big old electric motor down here. And probably our battery box over here somewhere. But yeah, looking neat. So that's all I've got on for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm just fiddling around with the Wattster, trying to get it up to date. We'll start cleaning bits and pieces along the way. We do have a key for it. It is going to be key start, all that cool stuff. I'm going to wait for the extra part to come and I'll spray that up. I won't film that because you already basically know what it's going to look like. But yeah, this is really exciting. I'm starting to piece it all together slowly. Some parts I won't film, but the majority part is the aesthetically is starting to look really, really good. And it's starting to get me really keen to get this finished up. The painful part is obviously the conversion itself is so expensive. So if you do like stuff like this, guys, and you do like what I'm doing and you find it very interesting, by all means, guys, get up there wherever that is. Subscribe, like this video as much as possible. It really does help me along and it helps me get this content onto other people that are like-minded, like yourself and myself. So this is going to help us a long way and keeps you stayed in tune with the old What's the build. There's plenty of other builds going on this channel as well, but this is definitely one that I'm pretty excited for because I've never had a motorbike before, and this is going to be something pretty special because I built it myself. So stay tuned, guys. Hope you guys all had a lovely day, and thank you so much for watching. Cheers.